Warning.
You are now tuned in to 7 Mile Radio.
Production.
7 Mile Radio.
Warning.
You are now.
All right. It's a motherfucking bucket show. Welcome. I am your host, Shay Butter Baby. And I found the two most funniest motherfuckers I ever met. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Yo, what up, though? My name Bilal Collins, man, and I'm here. What up?
Thanos.
Damn.
What's
Clay Appleberry.
Okay, we gonna get these motherfucking WB frogs to wake the fuck up on this bucket show. So, let's just talk about the bucket show. First of all, I created the show. I thought of bucket because I use bucket instead of nigga, really, because I try to stop using that word so much. So, I was like, what the hell is a bucket? Bucket is some, a bucket could be full of anything. It could be full of shit, butterflies, flowers, candy,
Piss.
piss,
Shit.
bucket full of piss. So that's where I'm at with the bucket show. So welcome. Any topics is not off topic, for us. So let's just get this shit started. So I want to start by going off this man's right here. I call him Thanos. His nickname. So why did you choose to use Thanos? Please explain that.
Because I find myself most of the time in the superhero movies actually rooting for the villains a lot of the times. So Thanos, he kicked the Avengers' ass. I mean, that's twice. I mean, he did it the first time with the snap. The second time they went to the past, came back to the future. He met them there and beat their ass again. So it's like, if it wasn't for them pulling the cat out the bag with the Iron Man sleeve and Iron Man snapping it, he'd still be beating their ass
So
up and down the galaxy, man. So
basically,
he the
you
baddest motherfucker out here, man.
them
So,
the untouchables. What you say? It's gonna take a lot to defeat you. Is what
hey,
you're
man,
saying.
unless you got some Infinity Stones and a golden gauntlet, man, got some doors built with a dying star, and
Ain't
fuck,
taking you
man.
out the game.
No, not at all.
You winning,
Always.
defeating every time. So speaking of, while we on Avengers, we have the most Marvel professional sitting here, Mr. Appleberry himself. Have you seen the latest movie that came out? I have no idea what came out.
No.
Doctor Strange.
I don't know. I want to see it. I've heard some shit, but nobody spoil it, please. I need to hear we need to hear this voice over here, because I'm so used to hearing you on a mic. Now, this man, this Mr. BBW King himself, which he hates to be called,
Right.
Mr.
King,
BBW
boy.
King on the mic
You're ignorant.
takes one to know one. That's why we here. So, tell us something.
What? Shit. Should I woke up today? It's some good motherfucking day.
What's your word for the week on how your week went? Because it's Sunday, so this is the start.
What the fuck?
That's the word for last week or this week.
Shit, I think for the whole fucking year.
Y'all ready to put the mask back on?
My word for the week is get to it, man. Get up and get to it. A lot of y'all be sleeping in, and because y'all be out hanging because it's hot outside. It's hot outside, and we FREE, fuck nigga free, y'all, all that. Y'all hanging out, chilling. Get up and get to it, man.
That's the reason why we back in these fucking masks now. I gotta
for
wear a
real.
mask to work. My lips gotta be covered.
Yeah, so I know y'all like to party and hang and play, but we got to get up and get to it, people.
Speaking of getting up and get to it, before y'all get up, make your bed up, brush your teeth, and then get to it. Because
A lot of
them first
Said
two
brush your teeth.
I'm just saying, them two things,
Grown as hell. We still got to remind motherfuckers.
you definitely do. And flossing is very important. Yeah. So that's just some shit. But anyway, that's start your morning off. Well, my word for the week is attitude adjustment. Because I think I probably had an attitude adjustment this week. I'm going to just leave it at that.
Why you have an attitude adjustment?
I don't know. I've had a really fucked up attitude all week, but then some things happen and it's kind of switched my attitude a little bit. But we just gonna leave it at that. So, attitude adjustment is my word for the week.
Okay.
So, huh? Okay.
Right.
Fuck it. Fuck it. So one of my questions, I haven't had the bucket. So on the bucket show, we gonna literally have a fucking bucket. All right? I'm gonna have a bucket full of shit. Not necessarily shit.
Wait. You didn't bring a bucket, but you brought some liquor, though. Typical nigga shit.
So it's
ain't
the
it?
bottle show today. It ain't the bucket show and shit. That's
Right. It's called the bucket show, but she made sure she brought that liquor.
All phones on
My
silent.
mama, it
what-
was.
See? Fucking up. Niggas don't like that. Follow directions.
I'm really
I'm just
blind, by the
fucking with
way.
you. I'm
Even though I
fucking
got black hair, I'm blind in spirit. Can I get away with that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I mean, it is what it is. So, please, even though this is a family affair, I got some questions for y'all. Especially this man right here. This man who is getting ready to have a lovely daughter, and I can't wait to see her. Is one woman enough for you?
Absolutely.
I knew you was gonna say that. You better have.
Absolutely.
If it's no other way.
I mean, we. No, for real. Once you get, you gotta get to that point though. I mean, we all had times in our lives where we probably felt. Some people probably still going through where they feel like it ain't. I mean, but
By the way, he's still in his 20s. Why he talking
yeah,
about?
I mean, but I'm at a moment where it's like, man, I'm really
Thank you
trying
for
to
the moment.
uplift myself and the people around me. And if you just out here on all type of craziness and bullshit every day, you focusing on the wrong shit. So, I mean, having more than one woman is, first of all, one is too much. In the ear, in the
Wow.
on the phone, like shut the fuck up and leave me alone. So more than one is just motherfucker ready to jump off the fucking bridge. For real, but shit, no,
That's
one
honest.
for sure enough, man.
I appreciate that.
More than one is a fucking headache. Y'all don't want a headache every fucking day.
What you over there about? You got a whole you the bachelor with the bachelor pad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You supposed to have them coming in and out. Like,
No.
so this is my question for you as a bachelor with a nice bachelor pad, by the way. Why don't you have company? Like, is it hard to get rid of women when you have a nice house?
Yes and no. I mean, I don't want them. I don't know. I'm just not rolling like that right now because I feel like my man feel like it's just.
So everybody feels.
It's just basically getting exhausting, dog. I mean, some people are just so exhausting to talk to. You basically wish you had a stupid gun where you could shoot them and they die for 10 seconds, and then that motherfucker come back and then they be like, oh, I did something stupid. He shot me with the stupid gun. Like, for real. Like, you can't even have a civil conversation. Everything is always exceptions. You got motherfuckers sitting around waiting to give you a fucking exception and
Or
they don't
excuse.
even listen. Yeah. All that shit come from them, but then when they want it from you, we're not allowed exceptions and we're not allowed excuses.
I say it like this, fella, and it's crazy why I keep having the same damn near points on all of the shows on certain days, but men, we're not allowed to have opinions. We're not allowed to have standards in regards to anything in regards to women. In fact, when a man is unhappy in a relationship, it don't mean shit.
At all.
When a woman is unhappy in a relationship, it is our
All
job to
hell
fix
that
it
broke loose, right?
immediately. No
DEFCON
matter how
1.
big or small it is, the problem. It is the man's job to fix it, right? We can't have any standards or terms, conditions about nothing that we like or don't like about a woman. Like we're not allowed to like. We just whatever woman want us is just like we're just supposed to let ourselves be had by her, and then that's just it. That's like the narrative that's drawn around men. Like we.
So, In a relationship, do you think it's supposed to be 50-50, 60-40?
It depends on, it's case sensitive. There is no blueprint that you can make a blanket answer for a situation like that. You know what I'm saying? Because I can say, I may say
100.
Okay.
if you want to go there, right? Or if you want to go there, but if you want to break it down into numbers or something like that, I always said that I want my wife to have 50% of the ability to do what I want, but she doesn't have to contribute 50% of the. She doesn't have to make 50% of the contribution. Like, I don't want no deadbeat ass woman that's sitting at home doing nothing with herself to the point where she just thinking about where I'm at, what I'm doing, and who I'm doing with all day and shit, and just expecting me to come home and pay all of the bills and take care of her and all of that shit. You can go out and have a fucking life too. Go make your own money. Go do what the fuck you want to do with your life. Now, if you're my woman, if you're my person, then I should be able to trust you to go out and do that in the world, just like you should be able to trust me. But at the end of the day and shit, it should be like, whatever we agree amongst us. And what I say, and I agree with my girl, may not fit for you in your situation with your girl at home. So don't, that's our problem. We take the terms and conditions of other people's shit and try to apply it to our own lives. I don't give a fuck if it's reality TV. These chicks get to use these unrealistic ass, wants, expectations. That's the word I'm looking for. You know what I'm saying? And applying it to their life or vice versa with dudes. You know what I'm saying? Having unrealistic expectations and wanting more than they are in a woman. And I believe that's all that Kevin Samuels, you know what I'm saying, rest in peace, put the magnifying glass on, right, was people who had unrealistic expectations or appeared to have unrealistic expectations.
And they hated them for it.
And they hated them for it, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of the people that hated him, you know what I mean, fell into the box of the things that he was talking about, or they just didn't understand. They couldn't digest the way he delivered the message and understand it. That he said it with the shock that he said it for the sake of getting people's attention. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it was. A lot of people promoted him and talked about him because of the things that they didn't like about him. You know what I'm saying? And that's what blew him up.
And I actually agree with him on a lot of things.
May not agree with how he said it.
Yeah, well, that's
but
like
at the
Trump,
core,
actually.
Yeah, you gotta be blunt
Deliverance is
sometimes,
fucked up.
man. You gotta be blunt.
If
If you don't be blunt, they don't hear you.
He
They don't
magnified harsh truths that some people just can't stand in the mirror and look at, you know what I'm saying, in themselves. They can't stand to look at in themselves.
So as a panel of men, all different ages here, how do you feel about a woman supporting a man, or like she's giving 80 and he may be giving 20, or she's giving 60 and he's giving 40? If you were the man, how would you feel, and would you want to?
If that's it depends. Like, I'm not gonna be with a woman that's gonna use that, and hold it over my head. I mean, it's been situations like T.I. and Tiny, right? If Tiny wasn't that 80% in the beginning, T.I. wouldn't be where he is now. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So, but people have been looked at him back in the day. I like, oh, you old simp ass nigga, you know what I mean? But it was like she just in a better position than him at the time in their life. They were in a time and point of their life they were at, that age, right? They stayed loyal to each other. That they were each other's person. You know what I mean? They didn't let terms and conditions of what you had or what you didn't have determine whether they was gonna be together or not. If it was, then it would have been split up a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? That's our problem. A lot of times attached to this superficial bullshit that can be gone tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? When you don't even realize if this person is the one that you need for you, because you so fixated on the shit that you want in the person. You don't even know if this is the person you need.
Materialistic and being,
shit.
I guess, your pride.
Yep. Prideful.
I don't want to have to settle for this.
Or even me in an arcade, you know what I mean? Fellas, we do it too. We see the chick with the fat ass, the pretty face, the titties, and all of that shit carry herself well, and we want that, but then that ain't the woman we need. We so fixated on what we want, and this bitch is the bitch from hell for us, right? You know what I'm saying? But she look like everything we want. But it's some dudes that'll stay in that relationship and put up with that hell just for sake of saying, look at what I got. You know what I'm saying? And women the same way. Get their ass beat, be getting drugged through the damn, knocked in between the stove and the damn refrigerator at the crib. But because he paying all the bills and driving the car, you know what I'm saying, he gonna stick around. You know?
Yep.
Worrying about what everybody else think. But then turn around and say you don't give a fuck what nobody think, but you only with this person because they make you look good.
It's a perception. So, got another question. I got so many questions. This head never sleeps, by the way. Oh, that sounded kind of freaky. I'm going to try to keep it PG-14 at least. Another question I have is, you have a daughter, and the questions to men who have daughters is, do you uplift them at a young age to the point where then they grow up and they know how a man is supposed to treat them? Like, I feel like the men being absent in the lives and, you know, growing up, that a lot of these young girls don't even know what they to expect from a man because they didn't have a male figure in their life, and if they did, it was granddaddy, and granddaddy was so old, you know, all they know is he went to work and came home. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what do you tell your daughters now, this new generation? Like, I feel like you should tell her she's beautiful every day. Give her hugs, let her know she's sweet. That way, when she, this little boy in middle school or high school, telling her she pretty.
It's more than just telling; it's doing, it's showing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just giving them the template of as far as what you feel like they should be treated like.
Right.
Throughout life, and it ain't even
Because if
just
I feel
when-
like you yelling at her, then she gonna expect to get yelled at when she get older.
And on the flip side, these little boys need a male father figure in
Exactly,
the
most
household and
definitely.
around too,
Yep,
for them
most
to know how to be a man when they get older, or how to treat a lady from how they see that man treating their mama, even if it's not their father. Any type of male figure in the house, a uncle, a new boyfriend, a cousin, even if it is a granddaddy, they need some type of male. That masculine, they need that in the house,
role
man, and
model, that
around them.
figure,
Yeah,
yeah.
they need it.
Let
And
me
not,
tell y'all what I'm tired of. I'm tired of these hard ass women pretending to be men. I'm not trying to say it like that, go that one of them Kevin Sanders moments, but
Samuel.
yeah,
Sanders.
listen to me.
He don't make
listen to me.
chicken.
Yeah, I'm about to say, I'm hungry now.
I'm so
We're talking about
hungry.
Colonel
Bringing up
Sanders
chicken.
and shit.
Rest his soul, Kevin. We was gonna call him Kevin. Is his name Kevin?
Yes.
Anyway,
But no,
you get my point.
I'm tired
getting.
of them too, though.
You know, it's like you walking around, motherfucker, da da da. You look like a hot ass fool out here. You showing your son what? Like, you cussing them out in the store. I'm tired of these women talking to these young boys, cussing them out like they do.
Or
Now, I
kids,
will
period.
cuss mine
Here's
out.
the thing: you're cussing out a kid who's too young to, number one, understand not
Right.
only the cuss words that you're saying, but and why you're saying the cuss words. But now they don't understand that they shouldn't be saying the cuss words back to you. So then, when they say the cuss words back to you, now you want to cuss them out, whoop ass, but they learned it from you.
Yeah,
They
anger
don't.
makes
They don't.
anger.
They don't.
You're making them
They
angry.
don't understand the words to know that they're not supposed to be saying it. They hear you saying it, and they know when you say it, when you get angry. So when they get angry, they're gonna regurgitate that same word.
I'm tired of parents whooping kids and not really talking or explaining to the kid what it is they doing wrong. The kid will just mess up and do
Right,
something,
yeah,
fuck up,
right.
and they get their ass beat.
Right.
But a conversation not being had to the do's and don't. What you did wrong, how you were supposed to go about it, and what you can do next time to prevent that from happening. That conversation not being had with most of these kids. And
Consequences.
These young
That
parents.
way
Because you know why?
That
Because
way
these
you know.
kids, because
Cause and
because
effect.
the parents themselves have anger issues that they don't know
They
how
do.
to deal
They
with.
have a lot.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
And that come from a lot of them in their childhood.
Yeah, it's just that's now we get into the whole generational
Generational
curse
curse.
thing.
Yeah, we were talking about that. Like I said, I called my daughter a bitch one day. I was wrong.
How old is your daughter?
9. I was it was either slap her or call her a bitch. I was wrong in both
No,
ways.
those were not your only options.
Those was not
Just
your only
listen,
two options.
I know, but it was a generational curse. It's like my mother was
That way.
That way. And I try not to let it come out, but every now and then the cat come out the bag, and I be trying to put it back in there, but I might come later and be like, you know, that's not the best way to do it. And that's one thing that parents need to learn is to say,
Hold
okay,
themselves
I
accountable
was,
for their moral.
I shouldn't have came on you like that. I apologize. You did make me mad, but you know, and then sometimes they'd be like, why you ain't beat their ass? I had to walk away because I knew that my anger at that time was a little too much to
Triggered them
handle the situation.
to react the way that they would just act. I mean, and if they ain't learned from nobody but you, and you are reacting that way, it's like, you know, you giving me the blueprint to be that way. Now I'm wrong for being that way.
Right.
And I got another thing about these these mamas and these little boys, and then they dress them like them. I don't think that thing seem to send a mixed message because you
Yeah, it
also dress
Oh, T-balls, hey.
in a couple. You know what I mean? Couples dress alike.
Right.
Right.
And when you have a single mama with a young boy and then y'all dressing alike, to me, it's trying to seem like you emulating him to be your boyfriend.
They treat him like their boyfriend.
Yeah,
They treat him like
that's,
their man.
That's one aspect of it. But then you are giving that child the blueprint. It's okay when you're talking about a mother and a son, right? You giving that boy the blueprint or the green light to say that whatever mommy wears, I can wear.
And also that a
where
woman
do-
is
so
supposed
where
to
do-
provide
so
for
where-
me.
So now where do I draw the line at? Because I see mommy wearing boy clothes, and then I see mommy wearing girl clothes. So I'm a boy.
Hey, man,
so why can't I?
y'all sure y'all want to cross that line? 'Cause
Oh, damn, that's
the
right.
line about to be
Alphabet
crossed
gang.
right now.
Hold
That's
on,
what I'm
Alphabet
saying right
gang.
now. Y'all lean into an area. Y'all
Hold
really
on,
don't
hold
want
on,
to lean
Alphabet
in.
gang.
man.
We
All
just
right,
tripped over the
look.
curve. That's all.
We'll bring it.
No, we
reel it
don't discuss.
Holster it up.
They don't discuss gender.
back. Okay. What do you call them now?
There's no
Pronouns.
gender clothes.
Pronouns.
Pronouns. That's what I call
They
people.
can-
I just don't
But
know.
see,
Hey,
but right
pronoun.
there, that right there, like that, even in itself, right, is I believe putting certain people in the corner of forcing them to go along with a certain agenda.
They bullying the world, man.
Yeah.
They bullying the world to believe what they believe and think how they think.
But see, I got one for them, though, right? Let me light my blunt, because I got one for them, right?
Let me hear this.
Because here's the thing, right?
Uh-oh.
If we can't beat them, join them. You ever heard that?
I
I know y'all
wanna
brothers
join.
looking at me crazy, right? I know, listen to me. Now,
I'ma listen to you.
You're going to flip it over, right?
I'm gonna listen.
Because I believe that I come from royalty, right?
Okay.
I believe you come from your ancestors was great. What you saying? So my thing is, I am. If we got transgender, you know what I'm saying, trans age. You ever heard of that? People who are grown adults who identify as children, so they live their life as children,
I
right?
ain't doing
identify as a
that.
pig.
Go look it up, bro.
It
So
is.
listen, I'm gonna tell you another one.
weird.
Wait.
It is.
Listen. They are.
just
Well, how
saw
about this? How about trans-abled? You ever heard that one? Okay. Trans-able are people who are able-bodied just like me and you, but they identify as handicapped.
No, they don't. No, they don't. I don't believe that one. I'll go get
Google
some
it.
stickers
Go
right
look
now.
it up. Go look it up. But if we can't beat them, join them. I believe I came from royalty. So how about I'm trans financial? I believe I was a billionaire. So treat me like the billionaire that I identify as. When I go to, I'm trans financial.
I'm trans
Yeah,
rich.
when I got
I
this
wanna be
$100
treated.
check and I go to the bank, cash it and give me my other 8 zeros and give me that billion out of the bank because I identify what I'm saying.
Right.
Or you got to respect me as what I identify as.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Or it's discrimination. It's a lawsuit on your head. All right?
They wilding with it too. You know they if you are trans in these high schools and middle schools, the trans boys can use the girls' bathroom,
Yes.
That's going too far.
and they can't say nothing to them.
The bad part is you got little girls that might feel a certain way about this.
They do.
And
They
Just like,
do.
did you hear about the transgender prisoner?
That made a girl. They got
Got
one
all of the
pregnant.
girls pregnant in the prison because they put him in the girls' prison because I identified as a. I mean, if that's the case and shit, then yeah, if I go to jail, they got
I'm a female.
I'm Marcy.
Right.
Okay.
I'm wearing sundresses to
Marcy.
that mob.
Oh yeah.
Put me in there with the girls.
Okay.
Yep, Medea. There we go. Come
Yeah.
on.
So
But that's crazy because because it draws the line right when you have an Olympic swimmer that was 256 ranked as a man, but then now transitions into a woman, and now he's breaking records #1.
What you gonna do when they get doing that
No.
with basketball?
Wait,
and
Fuck
they
about
did that.
breaking
What's
the
up?
records. How about breaking
your
faces?
in the
Okay.
fucking MMA? When that
MMA.
transgender MMA fighter, they put her in there with the girls, right?
Massacre.
Breaking faces.
And they already know what's going to happen if you flip the scale, right? If you let women do man's shit, we tried that with football. Y'all brothers remember what happened when we had the female kicker and the female quarterback?
They don't want to do that.
The first time that female kicker got sacked, she
It was
quit.
over. It was over.
It's just too dangerous.
You can't. Men are men and women are women, and that's that.
And what they don't fail to
But
realize is your body.
We're wrong for saying that nowadays. Ain't that crazy?
It's not really
Right.
because
It
your
is, it
mind.
is.
It's not wrong because your mind says you are one thing, but your whole body is something different. So to me, even though they don't like to say that's a mental, it's a mental disorder.
But I'm disordered too. I'm financial. My mind says that I'm one thing, but my pocketbook say I'm a whole totally different motherfucking tax bracket. So
Say that.
Let me get off because I probably have some gay friends that I don't even know that just unfollowed me.
well, here's the thing. It's not. I'm not
It's not
offended.
even a beef.
I'm not offended. I'm not.
Yeah,
It's not being offended. It's like be what you are. I'm not offended by what
it's
you.
But
not-
just don't try to
My
get me
thing
on
is,
your
don't
side.
force me. Don't force me
To believe what you
honor,
believe
Because like me
honor that
again,
shit.
like, and if what I'm saying is offending you, then what I'm saying, you're offending yourself because what I'm saying is the truth. If my son, right, who watches Paw Patrol all day, if he wakes up and feels like he identifies as a puppy, is it my job to cultivate that and feed him dog food and walk around with a leash around his neck, let him crawl around on all fours all day and treat him like the dog he identify as? Or does that make me the mental issue patient as the dad?
No, I don't want to talk about it, man. 'Cause y'all gonna,
Alright,
somebody gonna bring this video back up on me about for 10 years later. Somebody was talking shit.
Got it.
Man, because I got some
'em.
shit to say about that topic. But
I mean, you can let it out, bro. I mean, shit.
No,
I'm definitely with him on that. 'Cause people look for ammo.
they brought some old footage up on me before in the situation. I can't do it again.
Speaking of old footage, white buffs in the house.
See what I'm saying?
He has a rap video out
Oh,
called
I
White
don't.
Buff.
All my shit gone.
If you-
I was teaching. The students got a hold to it. Boy, we had a meeting immediately.
Oh my
with the
god!
superintendent.
How you
Nah,
get
we-
rid of it?
I mean, we was cool. I called the niggas delete it. Delete
Damn.
all that shit. A lot of them had it on their phone, screenshot. That shit still circling around.
Damn,
That shit was
the
deleted
white
5
buff
years
is
ago.
gone. Damn. Can't even
I
watch
love
the
them
video
songs.
no
I
more.
had 2 songs. I love them
White
songs.
buff, white
Should
buff.
just downloaded them off YouTube and
That's
kept them.
that's what I did. I was just in such a panic.
Yeah.
But luckily, it was during, I want to say like spring break or Christmas break. It was during one of them breaks. So it started really circling around that last day before the break. So like we had the whole break to kind of like try to get it deleted before we got back into the school.
Right.
So when we got back into the school, it was around, but not as bad as it could have been if. Yeah,
White buffies. That's okay.
it's cool.
I always remember
That shit gone. It's gone. Nip it in
Oh, the
bud.
video with this fool made I'm just gonna say this. This fool made a video in his auntie church van, basically.
I know. Basically, that's what it was. My auntie church van.
Listen, it had the fish on the back while he jumping out with AKs.
Damn.
Lord, the Jesus on the back of the van.
What would Jesus do?
Make another video.
Yeah, that would have to get deleted too.
Damn. Good time.
I'm a changed man.
Changed man
I don't
with
shoot-
a beautiful baby on the way. I
I don't
can't
shoot
wait.
videos with AKs and stuff no more.
Planet on the table. Okay.
I can't wait.
I'm a business owner.
I'm new to podcast, y'all. So
So what's your new business adventure? You always got a business though.
Next, what's next, or what's going on now?
What's going on now?
What's going on now? I have a mobile tire shop. So what it is we do is everything that you got at your local tire shop close to your house, we put it inside a bin Sprinter van, the tire machine, the air compressors, all the tools, everything. We come out to you 24/7, fix your flat where it's at, whether it's at home, whether it's at your job, freeway, you stuck on the street, wherever. We come to you. See, that's that phone ringing right now. We come to you, we knock it out, hook it up for you, man. 24 hours out the day. We don't never sleep. But that's going real. We almost at a year now. It'll be a year next month, actually. It's going real good, man. One of the best decisions I ever did. Yeah.
Entrepreneur ninja.
And really, it was a church dude that
Broke
came.
ass entrepreneur nigga.
It was I was working a job, man. Church
forgot what
dude,
movie that
a
was
church dude came up to
Players
me and
Club.
just told me, man, you need to be working for yourself, man. You ready? Stop working for these motherfuckers, man. Do your own thing. He told me straight like that. While I got it in my head to get it going. I was procrastinating on my own, and he really basically like, man, I don't even know you, but something just told me to tell you, you bullshit. Go ahead and take care of that quick today, right now. I ain't do it right then, but within that next month or two, I for sure just took my chance, took a leap of faith, and the sky's the limit from that point.
Okay, I need to follow in your footsteps. For sure.
You just gotta do it, man. That's the biggest problem we have. We just don't do it. We do the research, we look it up, we just don't take the steps.
We
Fuck
wear
it.
shoes that say just do it, but we don't.
Man, we don't
just
do it. We sit around, come up with ideas all day, but then don't follow through with them. I mean, because everybody's scared,
And
they
then
might
wonder why
lose
we
their
mad.
money. Yeah,
Wonder why you depressed.
if you did the research, you know the market, you know your customers, you know the product. Shit, fuck it. Take a chance. You never know. You might start a $5,000 business that make $1 million next month.
Church,
So
preach.
that's for everybody listening too. Get your money. And if we got a business idea, bring it to me, cause I'm in it. I want to do it. If it make money, it makes sense.
That's what it's all about. Man.
If it makes sense, it gotta make money. So.
But there's a butt bucket on the table.
But we ain't got nothing in the bucket for your show. In that bucket.
Especially not
Pass
saying
me that
butt.
bucket. I need an ashtray. Give me that.
Not saying butt bucket.
Hey, my bucket could be full of butts. Anybody want to show they butt on
Or
mine?
your butt could be full of buckets.
Wow.
Ooh, I don't want no butt buckets. Bucket butts. Speaking of bucket butts, when's the next BBW party?
Oh, put me on Front Street. Yeah, huh?
So listen, I think we need to have a reunion with you. You know what I mean?
Probably
the
coming
hold up?
soon.
Come on now, we need to.
Probably coming soon. I can't say, won't say.
They've been waiting on you. They waiting on you. I know your phone probably got like 100 BBWs watching your live right now.
No, it don't. No, it don't. Them motherfuckers eating right now.
Them plum playmates is on there. I know.
Where they at?
Did this fool?
Them
Hey,
motherfuckers
good.
chomping right now.
This fool just say,
What? Everybody eat, man. I'm so tired of this, on all this politically correct
I'm on
shit.
a
But
diet.
then if people just sitting around kicking it, this is the things that we say. But then when we get around other people, we be so politically correct that we fuck around and forget what the fuck. Basically, what was our point?
yeah.
Cause we dancing around motherfuckers, but then we throw up in the air. Oh, I don't give a fuck what nobody said. But goddamn, we dancing. We dancing like a motherfucker.
I like dancing. I dance all the time.
Not like
twerk,
eating.
twerk, twerk.
I
twerk,
dance in the
twerk,
shower. I dance in
I
the
eat in the
bed.
shower. I eat in the bed.
twerk. Right.
I'm on a diet now though. I had a salad before I came.
Then he gonna go home and get a corned beef on the way home. What's all that shit you was buying at Coney? Motherfuckers say, can I get 4 breakfasts, 10-piece nuggets? What you bought?
We not about to sit here and talk about my order. Tony know my order. The order came up to $65 fucking dollars.
Damn.
They
bro.
do not. They don't take orders over $40 over the phone, but they make an exception for me because every time I call in, it's gonna be a lot.
He got,
Motherfucker, make
he
my
got
order
to
ahead of
feed the
time.
football team.
Gotta
I was about to
Football team.
ask. I'm like, you feeding the starting five?
It's a lot of us, and all the motherfuckers eat. Even the little one, he eats
Number-
a fucking lot.
Number 7 will be here in a
Number
couple
7?
of months.
Oh, that's
Very
what's up,
excited.
man. That's
Yes,
what's up.
very excited for number 7. She's gonna be a beauty, like her mama. Can't.
Uh-oh.
I hope she look like her mama.
She can't look like her daddy.
Come on, big and loud. No,
Come on, big, black, and strong.
no.
Yeah, we need some more big, black, strong women. We say BBW, yeah, we need some
No.
more of them, man. I'm 320. We need some more 300-pound women
No,
around
please,
here,
no.
man.
Do not
Big,
listen to him.
big, black, beautiful motherfucker.
Listen.
You said 300.
See,
You straining the
him and that
shocks.
Lil Wayne video song got y'all twisted. What's that, Lil Wayne? I like the BBWs. Ever since then, everybody done lost their mind. But you know it's really Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
Watch out for the big girls. Watch out for the big girls. Everybody love that song, but everybody don't love big girls. What's going on with that?
Because when you gotta hold their leg up for them, or you know what I mean, feed them, it gets a little.
Y'all are so wrong. Y'all are so wrong. I'm just looking at y'all go through the motherfucking beat grinder. I ain't going through that motherfucker.
You oh, this is the main.
I'm not going through that motherfucker beat grinder. You kiss my ass. I ain't going
fuck
through
that.
shit.
You just said.
I know politically correct. Yeah.
Fuck that politically correct. Cause your ass is the one that got me started. I learned from the best, and you are the best.
Why, thank you, Sugar.
By the way, y'all, I was trying to take off my shirt and smoke a blunt at the same time, and I burnt my arm. Did that make sense?
Some people just ain't got the sense God gave a squirrel, man.
For real.
I don't even understand how she tried to make that work.
Why? To pull that motion off.
I don't know.
I got fire in my mouth, so I'm going to put cloth
I'm gonna
to
pull
it.
cloth over the top of the fire.
Because I can do that.
I guess she thought she was in the Ringling, the fucking blunt circus.
No,
or
what
some
it
shit.
was, man. I know exactly what it was, man. It was the weed she was smoking. That regular weed, people. Stay off the regular, man. Them Reggie's, dog, it fuck
Is
with
that
your
what it
brain
is?
cells.
Is that what it is?
I don't
When you-
smoke Reggie's.
when you-
Do they even make Reggie's?
You just
What's
had
that?
some when you burnt your motherfucker. I don't know what a Reggie burn look like, motherfucker.
I guess you said you ain't got an exotic burn. You
Yeah,
ain't got
man,
an
that's a
exotic
regular ass burn.
It look
Regular
like a
burn come
cigarette
from
burn.
regular weed. That's what I'm saying.
Got the Mac and D wick
Stop
burn.
playing, dog. Watch out, man.
Shout out to all the weed smokers. So, did anybody become a Mexican for Cinco de Mayo? I just want to
Man.
know. Anybody fuck up their kidneys and liver and shit?
No,
That
thank
week? No, okay. I just drink every day Cinco de Mayo. for me,
I
by the
barely
way.
drink, and when I do drink, it's not tequila.
So, by the way, I just started drinking at 38 years old. Isn't that amazing? I did not drink before last year.
So you started drinking at 38?
Yeah.
When did you start lying? That's the real question.
Anybody can vouch for me. I drink a little bit.
Here we go.
But now I've just
When was
started.
the first time you took a sip? 12? 13?
Okay, that's besides the point.
Yeah, we can just see the whole delinquents in you and shit. The fucking the menace.
Was I delinquent?
You were a delinquent.
Yes
You
and no.
absolutely were a delinquent. when
They
you were a
thought
kid.
the whole hood thought I was gonna have about 10 kids, not a good job.
I thought she had 10 kids until 30 minutes ago.
Anyway, I only have 3 kids. Good job, nice house. You know, I am stable enough. That's all I can say. So I turned out pretty well to be a delinquent because I definitely was.
So listen, while we talking about that subject, right, with how many kids and stuff, right, this is a question I have to ask. Because females just subtract males out of this decision 100%. When a female gets pregnant and the dude do not want that baby and he slides her that bread, do he have a choice in the matter when it comes to aborting the baby or not? Or is
Well-
it 100% the female gets to make that decision?
Well, of course, it's 100% the female, but I try to tell the man this. Try not to do it to a female that ain't got their own insurance. Because that a lot of times,
Give me the bottle, fool.
that affects what child support. Because I'm telling you, if you have a sex with a broke bitch, you gonna be on child support for sure. Only because the state requires you to when they are getting Medicaid.
All these
And a lot of chicks find men to have babies so they can get on
these
Medicaid
bitches broke.
and get food stamps. So it's really a setup for a come up. So it's like, no, motherfucker, you just got to be careful where you stick your dick because you gonna get set up for the come up.
So
It's called keep a nigga
when
baby.
do the parenting become 50-50?
It
After
don't-
the baby get here?
I know. You know what? Honestly,
It never gets 50-50?
no. Let me tell you this: if I tell you I didn't want that baby, and you decide to have that baby, and I done slid you that bread, the only thing you gonna get from me is child support. And it's sad that the child has to go through this, But at the same time, I already told you what time it was. Now you want to be like, oh, no, this our baby.
She's
No,
the
that's
victim.
your
Yeah.
baby.
Do you know
motherfucker.
any? Do you have any friends that went through that?
Yep,
And do you tell them that?
yep.
And how do they feel when you tell them that?
I haven't talked to her in a while. And and I told her when she messaged me a while ago and said he don't want the baby. I don't know what to do. I said, well, let me tell you this: if you decide to have that baby, that's your baby. Don't try to make that baby your baby because he already told you he didn't want it. So that is now your baby, your responsibility. It's all yours. How you gonna make somebody take care of something that they don't want? That's not fair. And I'm not gonna try to make it fair because if I don't want something, you gonna try to make me take care of it? No. If I gotta take care of it financially, that's what I gotta do. But once that child get older, I'll just have to explain to him. I personally wasn't no parent. I knew I couldn't be a parent, and I told your motherfucking mama that. Only thing I could do is give you the money that was required. I apologize. I'm sorry. Blame the mama. It's her fault. She went on birth control. She decided to I'ma keep a nigga baby. So now you deal with it.
That's deep.
And by the way, I got 3 kids. Not one motherfucker on child support. I don't call him for shit. They can kiss my ass. I take care of mine because when I decided to have a child, regardless of what they wanted to do, that's
You
my
wanted a child.
responsibility. I decided, okay, I ain't going to the clinic. I'm keeping this one. It's mine. So that's what it is. It's my baby.
Would you have
Point
no
blank,
females
period.
that feel like that in the world?
Oh hell no, you ain't. I'm a porcupine, albino porcupine.
Yeah, you're a unicorn.
But no, most of them be feeling like the male going change his mind or
That's that keep a nigga baby
yeah.
syndrome.
Yeah.
Well, he don't
A
want
lot of women
acknowledge
don't
the
look at
baby
it like
he
that,
really
you know
might
And then a
have.
lot of women looking for that comfort. They like need a baby because don't nobody else love them. Unfortunately, I hate to say that.
Ooh wee.
There they go. I told you,
We getting into some mental health shit now.
I told you I can
yeah.
get into Kevin all day, but it really is a mental thing, and that's where you come with the kid trying to make that baby they man. You know what I mean? And it just all plays until they ain't loved and they don't know how to find love, so they create a baby that they spoil to death. Then they turn this kid into a pile of buckets. I'ma just say that ain't no telling what the fuck in they bucket because they think they mama, they girlfriend, and they spoiled. Then to me, certain men grow up thinking a woman's supposed to take care of them. And that come from they mama doing way too motherfucking much. You doing too much for that boy. When he grow up, what is he gonna think of from a female? Like, oh, she gotta do this for me. I'm hungry. No. You gotta feed yourself, brother. And then if you want to, feed her. You know what I mean? But that's where it come from. It's like a trickle down effect with these women that ain't love. They looking for love in all the wrong places, basically. To me.
Hey, did y'all see that video with the mass shooter?
Yeah.
Where?
Man.
No.
man.
Massachusetts.
Yeah,
No,
I
it
see
wasn't
that.
Massachusetts.
Boston?
Yeah, the one today.
Boston?
It was,
Oh, you talking about the one in
It's always a
Buffalo?
It was
always
Buffalo.
a shoot.
Buffalo at
Buffalo.
the grocery store.
at the grocery store.
Damn,
Buffalo.
the grocery store.
10 people, all because they was black. I had the actual video earlier today. They took it down.
Yeah, I seen it.
He hopped out on fully. AR, he had a Ford, parked it. As soon as he parked it,
Blew
he
old
hopped
girl
out.
chest out. Boom,
It was
boom.
about 1, 2, 3, 4 people, 5, because one of them ran inside. It was about 5 people outside. First shot took the one Mexican lady down ASAP. Dude at the trunk, 2 people over here. One person got away and ran. He shot through the glass and hit 2 more people. Then went in the grocery store. He made sure everybody on the floor was dead. Then walked in the grocery store. Dude that ran in, I guess he hit him through the glass. It was 2 of them. Shot one. There was a female laying down. He reloaded. She was gasping for air. Shot her again. Shot some people down the aisle. He walked down the aisle. Sees a white man on the ground. White man, oh no. He said sorry and walks off.
Are you serious?
From the white
Dead
man.
serious.
He said sorry, my
Sorry.
bad. And walks off from the white man. Killed 10 black people. Got handcuffed on site. He went to jail on site.
Handcuffed.
On site.
After killing that many
Everybody laid down on the ground. He got handcuffed and put in the car on site.
Well, we know we would have been dead on
And then
site.
there's another deadly shooting today in Houston at a flea market.
How many?
Let's see. Let me read this story right quick. I just got sent this in my inbox as we were live. Somebody was telling me about it. So she says, actually, not only in Houston, she said a church and a flea market today. What the hell is going on? So somewhere got shot. A church
No, I
got
was just
shot
thinking
up,
about moving to Houston.
and the
That's
flea
crazy.
market. Houston flea market. Oh, let me close this ad out. What it say? Houston flea market shooting leaves 2 people dead, at least 3 others injured.
Texas ain't it, by the way.
And you can just walk in the store and buy a gun there.
I mean, you can really do it here. Michigan.
But did y'all
carry
hear the
state,
motive?
too.
Did you hear the motive behind my man in
The grocery
Buffalo?
store? No, why?
I'm the first nurse in my family. I started at Wellspring at
Let me close that off. He said it was said that rather, that other races are starting to outnumber white folks.
So
White folks are dying off, and they're being replaced by these other races.
He didn't say that.
I swear to you, brother. That's what it was.
Okay, that brings me to the
So
point.
now, at the same time, where all of these other shootings, right? Because we just had one downtown, the 2 downtown in Detroit, right? There was another one in Chicago. 16-year-old girl just got shot last night. But there's some kind of memo put out against amongst white supremacists now that they're trying to ignite something right now. Where now I don't know if all of the shootings were at the hands of white men or if all of the dead ones, the dead
Of course, they are.
were blacks and minorities, as they call it, you know what I mean? But yeah, it seems to me that it's been some kind of memo put out, and they hunting us again.
Well, if you recall, maybe a few years ago, this doctor just died. He impregnated, inseminated over 600 women with his own sperm.
Yeah,
And when you look at it, come to find out, he was a part of a cult that wanted white people. By the way, all of his kids had blonde hair and blue eyes. And he wanted to keep the population going because he felt that they were dying off. There is a secret group out here of people who are trying to populate white people because they feel like the Caucasian people, because they feel like they are dying off. And meanwhile, you have the other side of Caucasian people who don't want to be Caucasian, and they are flooding us as black people
To have babies
to
with.
have babies with us.
To have babies
I
with.
know families, Caucasian families, who will not have a baby by another Caucasian. They say they must have a baby by a black man.
Somebody of color.
That because they don't want their kids to be white.
Because they're dying off, right? They're women. White women are not holding. White women has the highest rate of miscarriages.
And
They're
we
not-
have
they're
been
not taking-
breastfeeding
they're not-
their children
know that.
for
Forever.
ages.
Yeah.
We breastfed
They're
their
literally
children.
dying off. Like, it should tell you something when the planet that you are on, that you're living on, is attacking you and killing you, right? The sun. That's the reason why the sun,
They
they
ain't got
get
no
sunscreen,
melanin in
right?
their
Yeah.
skin, boy.
Yeah, that melanin is everything, right? And that's the reason why they're dying off. That's the reason why so many of us coming up missing. That's the reason why they have organ harvesting now. You know what I mean? We have people like David Rockefeller who've had 9 heart transplants. You know what I'm saying? Majority of them probably from black people because he's trying to keep prolong their lives. You know what I mean? Like we are the original people, women, black women. Y'all are the original human. You know what I'm saying? So
And that's why we're attacked so much.
We're exactly.
They're trying to dilute that to
Yep.
make it not.
And little do they
that,
know, like blending with them trying to have babies and children with us does nothing but further dilute them.
correct.
Because we are the dominant
We're
gene.
the dominant gene, and they're the recessive gene. There's nothing that they can do about it.
And that's why when we go to the hospital over the years, we have been neglected. And as far as, and I'm not saying it's affected them. It's been a domino effect because meanwhile, where they weren't helping us in the hospitals and giving us medications, they were flooding Caucasians with medications to the point where now they have become addicted, and now they have to have a bunch of addiction clinics for pill poppers because meanwhile, most black people don't have a pill problem till now. Perks, they threw it out here for us, and they put it in the rap
I mean, it's
music.
manufactured.
That way
they
we can
just
start
rebranded
using
crack
it.
and heroin. is what they
Correct.
did.
It's now Perks. So, but we were considered strong
Lean.
enough. So, you know what I mean?
Just
We didn't
say
get
no.
hooked. We didn't get hooked.
That's all they told us. Just say no.
Now they got methadone clinics because most white Caucasian people are hooked on methadone.
Just say no, like you told us, and you turned your back on us. So just say no.
Just handcuff us to the bed somewhere and throw water on us.
Just say no. Y'all told us don't. They told us that crap then kicked in our front door, and us being black men, we couldn't even walk up the street without getting body slammed by a cop. You can be mowing your grass and turn around and popo got heater up to your head like, dog, I heard some shooting around here. Homeboy, I'm mowing grass.
Then they
It
try to
wasn't
switch the
me.
narrative with that shooter, for example, in Buffalo, right? I seen one of the anchors in New York interviewing a black guy, and I believe the black guy had some kind of law enforcement background. And the reporter asked him, "Well, yeah, so you know, with the guy being only 18, because he was young as fuck, right? The guy only being 18, you know that young people aren't developed mentally all the way, right? They don't know right from wrong. They don't know." So it's like, do you feel like some type of, could you suggest that there was any kind of mental issues at play here? And the black man said, well, no, he was mentally capable enough to get in the car and drive it. He was mentally capable enough to get an AR-15 and know how to load it and cock it back. He was mentally capable enough to drive in the parking lot, stop it, see this person, and start shooting
and shot with great aim.
accuracy.
And how many of us black people with mental disabilities are in jail right now at the age of 18?
At the same time, just last night I was watching a documentary about the brother, I forget his name, who was just in his apartment eating ice cream and playing this video game on the computer. And the police officer went in there, the white lady went in there and busted in the room. And then they tried to spin the narrative any way they could, say, oh, well, we found less than a half ounce of unsmoked marijuana in his room. So it was a possibility that she could have known something and went in there. And, they tried to spin that little half ounce of weed into something, demonize this man because he was black versus this white man that obviously this motherfucker put on a camera, purposely premeditated, and drove around and smoked 10 people in a damn grocery store. And now y'all want to say mental issues maybe been at play?
Not mental. He playing the fuck out of that then.
I mean, black people with
Bucket
mental issues is in jail right now for some stupid stuff they did. I believe a lot of these people that do stupid stuff got mental issues. But if you was the officer said, if you was mental capable enough to do this,
Do all the rest of that shit?
lock his ass the fuck up.
He knew he was doing that. That was beyond premeditated, dog. You put on a camera and rode around with your strap.
Put the camera on and let's watch this shit. Come on, man. People gotta stop playing.
Made a
I
plan
don't even know
and
why they throw that
executed it.
mental shit around like that, man. That's not a time where it can be used. When he done killed 10 people that was doing nothing.
But
the
shot
lady
them.
was just walking in the parking lot, and he hopped out and shot her. I'm like, the first 4 people he killed didn't even know what was going on. They died and don't know what happened. And he was quick with it. I don't care if they had CCW or not. They didn't have time to pull it out.
Right.
That's crazy. I wouldn't know how to react.
Man.
Imagine somebody. It had to be some kids in that grocery store.
Had to
Imagine how the parents feel with their kid in that grocery store and them shots going off. I couldn't imagine how it would feel. That's crazy.
I thought I couldn't imagine being black in Russia. I can't imagine being
Somebody
black in
actually, one of the dudes that he, speaking of having a CPL, right? One of the dudes that he shot and killed actually had a gun and shot him. But guess what? He had on a vest.
Damn.
So somebody did see him and pull the gun out and fire on him, but he protected him and he bang, man, he killed that dude. You know what I mean? It was even one dude laying on the ground, man, and he pulled the gun out. Wow, you seen that part? He popped dude in the head in the minute, laying face down on the ground already.
To make sure he killed him.
Man, that's crazy.
Wow,
Gotta
this has
love
been a
this world.
motherfucking bucket show for sure.
Man,
Way to get my feet wet. Way to get my feet wet. Thank you. I am no longer a version of the podcast.
daughter, you done. Oh man, y'all family. I was about to say some other shit like we done popped her cherry together. And shit.
Yes, this is a family affair. But hey, fuck it. Fuck it, buckets.
Buckets.
All right, yes. Fucking
We outta here?
buckets. Yes, we are out of here.
Until next week,
another
what
fucking
time
week.
is your show? What day? Let everybody know what time.
Sundays, 10 o'clock. Motherfucking sharp, you late motherfuckers. 15 minutes
Oh no,
early.
we're gonna have some words when these mics go down.
Oh, that's that Aries kicking in. Oh, shit.
Tuned in to 7 Mile Radio.
LSD Productions.
7 Mile Radio.